Good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. He is famous for the art of the deal. Now President Trump is trying out that negotiating savvy with members of Congress over immigration reform. Today, the president put Democrats on the spot and on camera, challenging them to work with Republicans ahead of another potential government shutdown next week. But his 55-minute on-cam negotiation, where he appeared to control the room, also appears to be giving hardline immigration conservatives a lot of heartburn tonight. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts shows us what happened today. Good evening, John.
Brett, good evening to you. It's something that we've never seen before. Typically, the press pool goes into a presidential event for a few minutes just at the top to hear a couple of perfunctory statements. But today, the pool stayed for nearly an hour and watched almost an entire meeting.
My positions are going to be what the people in this room come up with.
With the clock running on a March 5th deadline to find a legislative solution on the so-called Dreamers, President Trump brought Republicans and Democrats together at the White House with the cameras rolling.
I feel having the Democrats in with us is absolutely vital because this should be a bipartisan bill. This should be a bill of love. Truly, it should be a bill of love, and we can do that.
It started with public statements tailored for TV coverage, but over time, the lenses appeared to fade into the background, and lawmakers got down to some real position setting and negotiation. Senator Lindsey Graham suggesting a DACA fix could be the opening bid for another stab at comprehensive immigration reform.
I'm not going to support a bill if you don't support it.
If we do this properly, DACA, you're not so far away from comprehensive immigration reform. And if you want to take it that further step, I'll take the heat. I don't care. I don't care. I'll take all the heat you want to give me. And I'll take the heat off both the Democrats and the Republicans. My whole life has been heat. I like heat in a certain way.
With all due respect, Bob and Mike and Lindsey, there are some things that you're proposing that are going to be very controversial and will be an impediment to agreement.
But you're going to negotiate those things. You're going to sit down. You're going to say, listen, we can't agree here. We'll give you half of that. You're going to negotiate those things.
Comprehensive means comprehensive.
No. The president went into the meeting demanding security provisions, a wall, an end to chain migration, ending the visa lottery and more ICE agents in return for a DACA fix. At one point, Senator Dianne Feinstein said the process needs to be split up, leave border security for later.
What about a clean DACA bill now, with a commitment that we go into a comprehensive immigration reform procedure?
The president seemed to entertain the idea.
I have no problem. I think that's basically what Dick is saying.
But House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy jumped in to say, hold on a minute.
We don't want to be back here 2 years later. You have to have security.
White House officials say that after the cameras left, the president reached agreement with the two sides to do immigration in two phases. The first, DACA, including border security, an end to chain migration and the visa lottery. Then second, comprehensive immigration reform. Democrats indicated they'll give it a shot.
I think the president actually wants to strike a deal. Now, whether that deal is strikeable is another question, but I think it's possible.
Letting the cameras stay for most of the meeting appeared to serve two purposes. After charges in the new book Fire and Fury that he was mentally incapable of being president, the exercise showed President Trump in command of a meeting with 22 lawmakers. And there was the rare glimpse behind the curtain of how the legislative sausage is made.
A number of individuals in the room felt it was a good thing to let you see the cooperation and the conversation between both sides and see how we're working and leading to move the ball down the field and come up with some real solutions.
Just how much cooperation there will be in the negotiations seems to be an open question. After he got out of the meeting, the House Minority Whip Steny Hoyer said that, yes, there was unanimity in the room about the need to address the issue of the Dreamers. But, Brett, he wouldn't go beyond that.
John Roberts live in the North Lawn. John,